Good morning, everyone. Gary Ryan here with you for another Fed League Flash. This is Tuesday. Yes, I'm doing a video on a Tuesday, and this is an aberration. Don't normally do one on a Tuesday, but I got some time today, and I want to give you guys some sites for blogs, vlogs, and podcasts that you can make available to yourself. Stuff that deals with hockey, and in some cases, specific teams in the Fed. Now, a lot of the sites that I have are not Fed exclusive. I want to point that out, but um, there's a lot of great shows and podcasts being done um, just on hockey. And so I want to go through a partial list of sites where you can find some great material. And especially if you're one of the four teams in the Fed that have representation by a vlog or a blog or a podcast. I encourage you to make yourself available to them, and it's a great way to help stay current with your favorite team. Okay, again, a lot of these not Fed exclusive. Now, starting off, we got to mention the hockey guy. He was kind of my inspiration. A lot of you have tuned in to Shannon, and his material is almost exclusively NHL, but not not just that. He also does cover things like he's talking about the Pro Women's League starting up a little bit now. He does make mention of things going on in the AHL and in some of the lesser leagues as well. So that's definitely a source that uh, you want to check out. Again, he was kind of my inspiration. He's, uh, I guess you could say, the template that I use to set this up with being Fed exclusive. All right. Of course, a lot of you know or are familiar with Travis Ridgen, goaltender who is getting ready to gear up for a full season of play with the Watertown Wolves this year. He has been vlogging for a number of years now, kind of highlighting his career up to this point. Some of the things he goes through. Of course, a lot of you know he's coming off of a hip surgery, reconstructive hip surgery, and he does cover a lot of things going on in the Fed. Talks about a lot of things going on in the Fed. He's got two sites. He's got the one that's just listed under Trav, which you go to uh, at Trav for Oilers. Those are usually anywhere from 8 to 13 minute uh, vlogs that he does. And then, of course, he has his weekly podcast, Slang and the Biscuit, Bizkit. He's Canadian. That's at Slang and the Biscuit podcast 5819. Of course, he does that. Most weeks he co-hosts with Dave Wheeler, which that's another great podcast. Everything associated with Dave Wheeler, not necessarily hockey centric, but good stuff. But anyway, um, so check those out. Those are great podcasts, or vlogcast, I guess you can say. All right. Also, bench minor hockey. Some of you tuned in last year. Sean Johnson, who previously has worked with the Watertown Wolves. Um, he likes to keep up on things, especially with the SPHL and the FPHL. So he has an interview series that he does. He's going to be starting that back up in October. So for him, you'd go to YouTube, and that is just simply at Bench Minor Hockey. Um, not sure who he's got lined up yet for guests, but I know he already has been working on that. Talked with him a little bit a few days ago, and yep, he's getting ready to get back into the swing of things. All right, next one we've got. Okay, On the Spot Sports. Now, this is an interview series done by Jack Hudick, who, if you don't know who he is a goaltender currently in the MIHL. He has tried out for the FPHL as well, but he's currently a goaltender for the Muskegon Voyagers team in the MIHL. And he interviews a lot of players that have been going through either the Fed or the MIHL or the SPHL. In a couple cases, ECHL players. Um, very interesting interviews that he does. So check that out. That, of course, is On the Spot Sports official on YouTube. All right, who else we got? We got 10-minute misconduct, which, again, I know a lot of you are familiar with. They do their shows on both YouTube and Spotify. On YouTube, the address is at 10-minute misconduct and official and unoffi 11. And 10-minute misconduct, and then ANUNOFFI 11. Long address. But anyway, they also do a lot of interviews with a lot of different players that have played in both the SPHL and the FPHL. They try to stay focused on the FPHL as much as possible. They also have a Facebook page, 10-Minute Misconduct. They also have a Trash Talk Hockey page on Facebook, so you can check that out. That's just fun banter between teams and fans of teams and stuff like that. But they keep it civil. So check that out. All right. One of the great sources that I avail myself to on a regular basis, 2 Minutes for Roughing podcast. This is done by Minor Pro Hero Sports, the MPH crew. It is hosted weekly by Minor League Grando, and usually it's Mark the Prospector. There is the co-host, and they cover both the SPHL and FPHL. That is on Spotify. Just go on Spotify and search for 2 Minutes for Roughing. Okay, what else do we have here? We have Get the Puck Out podcast. Now, this is it's a guy named Connor. He does this, and unfortunately, he's a little erratic as far as how often he posts, but he does have a couple of new posts within the last month. He has close ties with both the Philly Flyers and the Adirondack Thunder of the ECHL, but he also talks about stuff going on in the FPHL, the Union Hockey League, which is the semi-pro league that's starting up for this year, and SPHL as well. Talks about that in a very informal setting. That's on Spotify. Just search for Get the Puck Out podcast. All right, what else do we have? We have the Melted Ice podcast. Now, this is on a separate platform. This is on something called Podbean. Podbean.com incorporates videos and whatnot. Their focus is NHL, AHL, MIHL. And now, if you're not familiar with the MIHL or Michigan Independent Hockey League, that's become a great training ground, I guess you can say, for players moving up to the Fed. And very, very nice semi-pro league there. So anyway, if you want to find out more about the MIHL and where some of the players that are coming into the Fed are coming from, check that out. meltedicepodcast.podbean.com. All right, and that is starting back up on October 8th after taking the last 4 to 5 months off. So now some team-centered podcasts. And please, if you know of a podcast with a team that I have not mentioned yet because I don't know of it, please let me know. Message me, Facebook Messenger, or leave a comment down below and let me know Like if you know that there is a Columbus River Dragons podcast, please let me know. Send me the address so that I can share that with everyone here. All right, so first one. This is kind of uh, a take two, if you will. The Power Play post show is done by Bobby Howard, covering the Binghamton Black Bears. In the past, he covered the Binghamton Senators AHL team. Kind of went dormant for a few years and then brought the show back last year, focusing on the Black Bears. So that is on Spotify. Just type in the Power Play post show and check that out. For Danbury fans, for the Hat Trick fans, there is a show called Hat Trick City. Now, this is actually recorded on a local radio station in Danbury, and it's then taken and put on Spotify, talking specifically about the hat tricks, not just the Fed hat tricks, but it also talks about the NAHL club, the junior hat tricks, and things going on with Danbury hockey. Very enlightening, very well done show. That's Hat Trick Hat Trick City. That again is on Spotify. For Elmira, John Clement, of course, has come back as the play-by-play / media director for the River Sharks after 3 years previously with the Elmira Enforcers. And he has put together a short vlog series called Shark Bites. That's on YouTube. All right, so type in at Shark Bites and you'll be referred to there. Or you can, better yet, go to YouTube, subscribe to the Elmira River Sharks page. And not only are you going to get access to Shark Bites, but then you'll also be able to watch the games that are streamed on YouTube with the River Sharks for this upcoming year. So that would be the better way to go. Just find the River Sharks official channel on YouTube. And then the final one, again, this is a unique platform, but it is very good. Offers a lot of great perspective on the Motor City Rockers. It's simply called the Rock Show Blog. This is on Instagram to a lesser extent, but then if you really want to get the full picture, go to Mike A7 typepad typepad.com, and he writes up stuff going on with the Rockers. Has great perspective on everything going on there, and so definitely, if you're a Rockers fan, check that out. I know it's not a Facebook page or a YouTube page. It's very very unique, but that's okay. By all means, check it out. I've been very impressed with the work that Mike has done with this. So by all means, check it out. So there is a list of web addresses, podcasts, vlogs, all that kind of stuff to get you into the mood, following things going on in hockey and in the Fed. So again, if you know of a podcast, blog, whatever, that deals with one of the teams in the FPHL, or maybe it's league wide, like I try to do here, let me know. Comment down below. Also, hit like and subscribe to this video, and we will keep in tune as things go through. I will be mentioning some transactions in Facebook later on the Fed League Flash page. It'll probably be later because I've got a lot of things going on today. And then I'm getting back to work next week after a month and a half off. So things are going to slow down a little bit, and then we're eventually going to gear up to the to Monday through Thursday Spotify podcasts, and then the Friday through Sunday video series as we get to October. All right, I'm Gary Ryan for the Fed League Flash. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one.